So, factors affecting the budget line. The example that I just gave you, there also budget line is combination of two straight lines, but it is not always true that the budget line is a line, it can be a curve. So, in that case we call it a budget curve rather than budget line. For example, the price of coconut is changing with each unit of coconut, fine. Okay. So, let us talk about what happens. This is the line that we have obtained, 2c plus f, 2c plus f is equal to 8, and here we have c, here we have f, and it is like this, 8 to 4. Now, what happens if the price of coconut goes up, or in this world what happens that it becomes difficult to gather coconut. Now, instead of devoting that, instead of you need to devote 2 hours to get 1 unit of coconut, now you need to devote 4 hours to get 1 unit of coconut. What will happen to the budget line? It will rotate
clockwise.
Inward or outward, from where?
Inward, from 8.
From 8?
It would be convex outside, yes sir.
Huh?
Convex outside.
So, right now what is happening from 2c plus f, now we are talking about 4c plus f, we are talking about 4c plus f. So, of course, it will rotate. Right now how much maximum quantity of fish that you can catch? Still 8. So, this will not change, but how about the maximum amount of coconut that you can get? 2, just 2. So, here, and it is going to rotate like this clockwise, okay, from 8. It would become more clearer if you pay attention to this. Let me write it in the abstract form. The two items are C and F, and price of C, or time that you need to gather 1 unit of C, is P C. P C C plus P F F is equal to I. I denotes the income, P C denotes the price of coconut, either in terms of time or in terms of money, does not matter. C is the amount of coconut, P F is the price of fish, and F is the amount of fish gathered. So, if you can write it again, earlier we wrote it, you can write it, what do you get? Or let me write it in terms of F, because F is on y axis. So, F is equal to I divided by P F minus P C by P F C. And what is this? Minus P C by P F is the slope, and what is slope? Slope is typically,
In economic terms.
no, just mathematically, slope is rise divided by run, okay, that is the slope. Okay. So, when you move from this point to this, run is 4, and how much is the rise? In that case it is 8. So, how much is the slope? 8 divided by 4, and it is moving in the negative direction. So, negative minus 2. But what does this minus 2 indicate? I just described it using economic concept. What does it indicate?
That for 1 unit of coconut you have to substitute 2 units of fish, you have to give away 2 units of fish.
Okay, very true. So, let us write it mathematically. you want to, let us say you want to increase your consumption of coconut from, let us say right now you are consuming C comma F, right now you are consuming C comma F, and you are changing from C comma F to C plus delta C and F plus delta F, you are changing now, but you still want to satisfy the this constraint, either the time constraint or the monetary constraint, and you want to exhaust all your time or all your money, whichever the resources you are using. So, what do you get in that case? P C C plus delta C P F F plus delta F, and this is again equal to I. So, what do we get? P C delta C plus P F delta F is equal to 0. Why? Because from here we know P C multiplied by C plus P F multiplied by F is equal to I. So, in other word, what we can write? Delta F by delta C is equal to
minus PC by PF.
minus P C by P F. Okay. And isn't it the slope? Delta F by delta C, this is the slope. Why? Because delta F is the rise and delta C is the run. So, this is the slope, and slope is equal to minus P C by P F, that is what we got here, and here we again get it using mathematics. And what does it indicate?
MRS.
Right now we have not studied the MRS, we will study later on. So, we will come back to that. This indicates slope, this indicates also relative price. Okay. Price of
Coconut with respect to fish.
price of coconut with respect to fish. Okay. And it also indicates the opportunity cost. Why it indicates the opportunity cost? Because here you have only two options, either you catch fish or gather coconut. So, this is the opportunity cost for 1 unit of
Fish. Fish or coconut?
1 unit of fish or 1 unit of coconut.
Coconut.
Think about it again.
Sorry, fish, because it's in the denominator.
Do not use mathematics, think logically, you think about it.
Opportunity cost of 1 unit of coconut.
1 unit of
Coconut.
coconut in terms of
Fish.
fish. Let us look at it. What you can do, delta F is equal to minus P C by P F multiplied by delta C, and put delta C is equal to 1. Change in coconut is 1. What do you get?
Delta F is equals to PC by PF.
P C by P F, and then can you say then can you say what is minus P C by P F? It is clear, it should be clear that either it is opportunity cost of fish in terms of coconut, or it is opportunity cost of coconut in terms of fish, but which one is this? Think about it, think about it, okay? Do not get confused about it, because if you are confused about it, you will not be able to clear the next concept, the later concept that we will learn later. Fine? Okay. Now, we have seen the effect of change in price. Okay. Let me write it again here. F is equal to I by P F minus P C by P F multiplied by I. And if price of fish changes, what happens? This is the vertical intercept, and this is the slope. So, if price of fish changes, what happens? Your vertical intercept changes and as well as the slope changes, and it is not clear from this equation, but in this case horizontal intercept remains the same. Just this is the vertical intercept and this is the horizontal intercept. fine. Okay. So, that we understand now the effect of change in price. What happens when you have more resources at your disposal? Effect of change in income or time from our the example case. What happens in that case? Of course, when I am talking about this, I am talking ceteris paribus, that the price of fish and price of coconut, they are the same, they do not change. From 8, let us say now Robinson Crusoe can work for 9 hours.
Shift outwards.
It will shift
Outwards.
outwards and there will be a parallel shift. Okay?
Yes.
Fine, it is clear, nothing fancy. Now, think about it, let us think here just for a moment. What is happening to your budget set when the income is going up?
Budget
Set,
set is increasing.
budget set is increasing in size. The new budget set contains all the bundles available to you earlier, but also some more bundles. So, when this is the situation, you cannot be made worse off, probably you will be better off or you will remain the same, okay? Because earlier the choice you had, those choices are still available to you with some more options, new options, and these all are affordable to you, fine. So, either you pick someone from the old budget set or the some new available set. If you are picking from the old budget set, then you remain the same, and if you are picking something new from the newly available bundles, why you are picking it? Probably they are making you better off, that is why you are picking something from the new available options, okay. So, either you would remain the same or you will be made better off, fine. Similarly, here in the earlier case, when the price of fish goes down, what happens when price of fish goes down?
Vertical intercept rises.
Vertical intercept rises, there is clockwise shift pivoted at the maximum possible coconut. In this case also, you will be made either better off or you will remain the same. You cannot be worse off because of an increase in, because of a decrease in price of fish, fine, okay. Now, also let me tell you why do we use an example of too good world. Can you think of it? Why do we use the example of too good world? Why not 3? Why not 4? One is trivial that I had shown you.
So mapping.
Huh?
We can map two goods in a 3D graph.
One is, of course, it makes life simple, okay. It is easier to deal with too good world. 2 dimensional, in too good you get 2 dimensional graph,
Yes.
in 3 goods you get 3 dimensional graph, and in 4 goods you get more than 3 dimensional graph that you cannot describe graphically. Up to 3 goods you can describe them graphically, fine. But of course, 2D diagram is lot easier than the 3D diagram. But more important reason is that typically whenever you are making a decision, right now most of the time we talk about our decision about a particular good. Like for example, we can talk about when we are thinking that our decision about buying milk or buying cloth, then what we can do, what we are really worried about is that our expenditure on milk and all other item. So, what we can do, we can club all other item in a composite good. So, what we can do right now, let us say if we are talking about our decision about buying milk, what we can do, on x axis we can put milk and on y axis we can put a complex good, a made up good, or just money, leftover money. Okay. So, that takes care of the problem. See, in economics we always try to make our life simpler, and here if decision is, we are talking about only milk, then it is good enough for us, fine. And what do we say? Of course, what would be the price of a money, 1 unit of money? 1. So, that is why when we talk about milk and the complex good, we say the price of 1 unit of complex good is equal to 1. That represents, because the money here represents your buying capacity of all other good, the complex good, fine. Okay. Also, let me tell you, let us look at this example. Px, or not Px, Pf fish and Pc coconut is equal to I. F and C you are controlling to certain extent, okay, as long as this equation is satisfied, you are controlling. How about Pf, Pc and I? They are beyond you, they are the parameters, you take them as given. Now, let us see what happens when all the parameters goes up by 100%, all the parameters go up by 100%.
Nothing would change.
Nothing will change. You still get, in our earlier example, 2c plus f is equal to 8, and you get this line 8, here 4, and you have coconut here, and here you have fish. Now, let us double everything. What do we get? 4c, 2f, 16. We can take 2 common, 2c plus f, 2 multiplied by 8, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Again we come back to 2c plus f. You understand? So, in this sense, what we can do, if we take this logic, what we can say, we can declare one good as a numeraire good, and we express everything in the economy in terms of that good. Okay? The term is numeraire. Okay? We say that here money does not make sense. Even when you have large number of goods, we can still express that money in terms of a particular good. So, what we are basically saying, let us say if fish is our numeraire good, what we will say, that we will take the price of fish as 1, and how we can do it? Because we can take Pf common, that is what we did here. If we take Pf common, what do we get? F Pc by Pf C plus is equal to I by Pf. So, the everything in the economy is expressed in terms of price of, in terms of fish.
Sir, I by Pf
And multiplied by Pf, multiplied by Pf, and then Pf will get cancelled. So, what do we get? F Pc by Pf is equal to C is equal to I by Pf. This equation is same as this equation. These two equations are the same, but what is the difference? In the earlier example, the price of fish is Pf, price of coconut is Pc, and the income is I. But when we take here the price of fish as 1, what is the price of coconut? Pc by Pf. So, now here you go, what is the price of coconut in terms of fish? Pc by Pf. And what is the income in terms of fish? I by Pf. Understand? So, it is not necessary that we make the first good as the numeraire good. You can do it with the second good also, or you can do it with the money also. You can say that the money available to me is 1, and then how will it go? What we are doing? Pf by I, we are taking I common, multiplied by f, Pc divided by I multiplied by C, and I multiplied by 1. I and I will get cancelled. The new equation that we get here, the income of this person is equal to 1. So, here in this case we are basing the economy in terms of money. Here we are basing in terms of fish. Okay. It makes our life simpler. How it makes our life simpler? Remember, here how many variables we have?
3.
How many parameters we have?
3.
PF, PC and I. 3 parameters. And how many parameters we have in this? PF by I and PC by I. So, this problem is mathematically simpler than the earlier problem. Okay. That is why we take a good as numerator.